That's a great win right there. Talked about starting a little streak of our own. Now we see if we can string another great one against a division opponent going to Arizona, trying to get to our 9th win. Give me a woo if you win.
Ingram runs for the Saints has set them up for the winning field goal. Here's Goff to the end zone for the touchdown to Watkins. Going up top again. Oh, really? No, he doesn't have a chance because Aaron Donald got to him. Way back when Wade was the D coordinator at San Diego and Breeze was the quarterback there. They got to him again. And that plucked out of the air by Armstead as Quinn hit Breeze from behind and the ball popped out. And the Saints will be forced to punt. Try to rush 4. Goff getting around Hendrickson and throws it. Feet are down. That's Kupp. Kupp with the catch.
Last time he did it.
2nd and 18. Able to dump it across to Gurley. Nice move. Nice move to slip past a Saints defender. 2nd and 11. And Kupp. Oh, he's got Kupp. Kupp with the catch and finally shoved out. Got a 2nd and goal right at the 7. All kinds of time. Now guns it. And it's caught for the touchdown by Reynolds, the rookie out of Texas A&M. Eagles here in 2 weeks. Goff. Pass. Oh, it's finally caught by Watkins. Gurley again. Comes through a tiny crease. Looked like there was nothing happening, and next thing you know, he was able to slide right through it. And Goff has an open target. It's Higbee. Still going. He got dinged earlier in this game, but man, you wouldn't know it with that effort. 38 yards picked up.
Watch, you're going to see him go right up the sideline, and there's 4 guys on one side of the field. This is an Andy Reid special they were killing teams on early in the year where the running back goes right up the field on seam routes, and Goff does a great job of getting through that progression. And you see his instincts.
Low snap, 3rd and goal. Thomas has stood up. That was Webster.
That's why they tried the last one.
It's up in the air, and that's Watkins.
Welcome to Clash of the Horns, you guys. Thank you guys for watching the video. And this is a monumental LA Rams victory against a super red hot New Orleans Saints team. And from what I saw, this was a whole complete team effort to get this win. The Rams are now 8-3. They win in a very convincing fashion, a win that we all knew they could do as long as everything went the right way, and meaning that the Rams offense gets going, the running game keeps going, go after their weaknesses, expose them for missing their 2 starting corners, the Saints defense starting corners, and just throw the ball, have Jared Goff be, very, poised in the pocket, very comfortable. It looked like most of the game he was very comfortable in the pocket. Andrew Whitworth was doing a great job. The whole offensive line did a phenomenal job in this game to get the Rams to score some points. And very early on, like the Rams usually do, they score on the first drive, running the ball, throwing the ball down the field, getting Sammy Watkins that touchdown pass that he really, really deserves, and hopefully gets him that confidence moving forward from this game to, being the #1 wide receiver we all know he can be. So I like the way that they use Sammy Watkins and Josh Reynolds, a wide receiver that I thought was a steal in the draft. And like many rookies in this team, naming Cooper Kupp, Gerald Everett, a lot of these picks, when you first saw the Rams get these picks in the draft, not only did the Rams fans hate it, but also a lot of the experts, quote unquote, hated this. But I actually like these picks mainly because I wanted Sean McVay to emulate what he had in Washington and bring that offensive powerhouse that he had going on in Washington, bring it to the Rams. And so far, the Rams are one of the best, if not the best, exploding passing offense, and they can run the ball very efficiently with the players that he got in the draft, plus some of the players, obviously, through free agency. So if you look at Josh Reynolds, the guy is a down-the-field type of wide receiver. He's got the speed for it, he's got the height for it, and he's got some pretty decent hands. He's one of the wide receivers that after Robert Woods got injured, I was like, Robert Woods should if he goes down, Josh Reynolds should get an opportunity. I don't have any faith in Mike Thomas. Honestly, as a #2 wide receiver, I don't have faith in Pharoh Cooper. I was like, Josh Reynolds all the way. If you follow me on Twitter, I'm always saying Josh Reynolds, hopefully he gets his opportunity. He's that big playmaking type of wide receiver. He might not be the guy that you always go to, like you go to Robert Woods, but he's that type of guy. If you need a big play, he's the guy to go to, and he was the guy to go to in this game. So Josh Reynolds, watch out for that guy, man. If you give him enough snaps, I don't think you guys will want to, get Robert Woods back, to tell you the truth, because he's that type of wide receiver. And you guys might look at me like I'm crazy, but coming into the draft, if you guys saw one of my first videos, I was saying Josh Reynolds was going to be a beast for the Rams, and he showed it this game. And one of the things I like about Josh Reynolds, honestly, is the fact that he's comfortable. He's not letting all the pressure go to his head. You can look at his playing style in Texas A&M and also in the preseason with the Rams. You saw him against the Chargers, the Cowboys. Who else did he play? Against the Packers, I think he got a touchdown. This guy gets a touchdown every time he gets on the field. So now you know he's on your radar. Watch out for Josh Reynolds. Clash of the Horns told you so. First, out of all the people, Clash of the Horns told you guys to watch out for Josh Reynolds. Another guy that really, really impressed me in this game has to be Jared Goff. The way that he was working inside the pocket. You look down the field, he always found Cooper Kupp, another great guy we got in the draft this year. Obviously, a lot of people had a hard time, after a horrible, terrible game he had against the Vikings, with a fumble and a couple of drop passes. I like the way that he came back this game and shut those people up. I did not hear a peep from people talking ill about my dude Cooper Kupp. One of the best hands in this draft class, and also he's one of the best route runners, and he showed it in this game. I mean, you cannot stop him. No one can stop Cooper Kupp in the Saints secondary. And they couldn't stop him either in the Vikings secondary, but he did mess up. They did force that fumble, which gave him that win. And in this game, Cooper Kupp was down the field. Whenever Jared Goff is in trouble, just go after Cooper Kupp. He's always open. He's got some really reliable hands. And there were some instances where the defensive backs for the Saints would slap one of the balls out of his hand, but most of the time he was there to make the catch. So Jared Goff in this game was near perfect, other than that Sammy Watkins. I consider it a lazy catch attempt, but many people thought he couldn't catch the ball, but I thought he was just kind of lazy in that catch attempt. which the Saints defensive backs, they actually intercepted the ball. So and it was one of those games where the Rams were ahead. I think they were up like 26-13. And I was like, please don't let Drew Brees make this game into a shootout, because that's the last thing you want to do. Which is one of the surprising things, is I can see why the Saints were running the ball against this defense, the Rams defense, because they were having a hard time to stop the run. But they ended up locking that shit up after that big touchdown run by Kamara. And after that, the Saints were trying to run the ball, didn't really work out that great. So rather than running the ball, they threw the ball to Kamara, and you saw that guy get open. Man, he was out here juking our players like it was nothing. And he is a phenomenal running back. Trust me, like, that guy scared me. I thought he was going to win the game solely on his own shoulders, and he could probably win the game if they had more time. But the Rams ran the ball well in the end of the game, getting those much needed third downs, converting on third down, something that you saw them struggle with the Vikings, who are a phenomenal defense, don't get me wrong. But when the Saints defense is not it's not the same defense as the Vikings. So I knew that the Rams were going to get some points in this game. I just didn't know if it was going to be a shootout between Jared Goff and Drew Brees. So a lot of people were talking prior to this game, Drew Brees is going to have a better game because, oh, well, he's got more experience, blah, blah, blah. He's got 2 running backs, blah, 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 that can, take the attention off of his arm. And all of a sudden now, it's when the Rams beat you, it's, oh, Drew Brees is getting old now, blah, blah, blah. The running backs had a bad game, but no credit to the Rams. The haters going to hate. But I, on the other hand, am I going to say really good things about Drew Brees? I thought Drew Brees is a baller. I think he's going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. And he's not really old enough to be saying, oh, he's washed up after one bad game, especially after they got 8 straight wins running the ball, throwing the ball. Give some credit to the Rams, man. The Rams played really lights out defense this game, other than that touchdown run that the Kamara had. But other than that, the Rams were phenomenal on defense. You saw Aaron Donald out there. You saw Robert Quinn get a sack / fumble. Rams secondary was very good this game. I saw very little from any or little mistakes from the secondary. Most of it was down the field to Kamara against Mark Barron, or trying to get it over Ogletree. But to tell you the truth, this Rams secondary played phenomenal. Now, this Rams defense in whole is starting to look very good, especially what I'm liking is in the end of the season. So sometimes you're used to the Rams defense kind of getting a little, they start off hot and then they kind of die off, and then they all of a sudden in the end they start off hot again. The Rams actually started off hot, then they kind of died off a little bit and struggled, and then now they're starting to get their groove back. So especially in this hard division that we are in, especially with the opponents we face, with Seattle, we have the Cardinals. Well, now we're going to have to face the Eagles. Now we're going to have to face the Titans. We're going to have to face Seattle. And then you never know with the Niners. They always like giving us trouble in the end of the year. So now we have to see where can we go on from here. So I think the game ball on defense, to me, will have to be for Kayvon Webster, and offensively it would have to be for Jared Goff. That's my opinion. I'm sure you guys have different opinions on who's your guy. Maybe Aaron Donald's your guy. Maybe Robert Quinn. A lot of people were liking Alec Ogletree. Great game too. But for me, I think Kayvon just had one of his best games against the Saints, to tell you the truth. Sean McVay is doing a phenomenal job coaching. Obviously, he has Wade Phillips holding it down as well. And the special teams, don't rule out the importance of great special teams, especially with Greg the Leg. Every time you need 3 points and the Rams can't get in the red zone, there's another 3 points and another 3 points. It's looking good for the Rams. Hopefully they can keep it going, especially playing against the Arizona Cardinals, who are next. And then obviously you have the best game, I think the most important game, not only for the Rams, but also for the Eagles. Why? Because the Eagles coming up, a lot of people are saying they have had an easy schedule and they're facing these easy teams, blah, 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 blah. we will see what both of these teams are made of when they both play each other at the Coliseum. That's probably one of the best games to go to if you're a Rams fan and or Eagles fan, so make sure you guys get to that game. But this is going to be a big test for both teams because these are the hottest teams in the NFC right now. Vikings, Rams, Saints, and Eagles. The Rams lost to the Vikings. They beat the Saints. Can the Rams beat the Eagles? I think they can, but they have to play a game just like they played against the Saints. Just do what you do best, Sean McVay. Don't get cute. Do what you do best. You know, if they have a weakness, attack that weakness. They're obviously going to go after Todd Gurley. They're obviously going to try to, you know, blitz Jared Goff. Get after them. The way that you've been doing every time the Rams get cute, they stop scoring. So now we got to play a real opponent who's one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best team, the red hot Philadelphia Eagles. So it's going to be a good month of Rams football coming up. So stay tuned, you guys. I will be having more episodes, future to come. Thank you guys for watching. Clash of the Horns. Leave a like, share, subscribe. Peace. And I'm out.